Probate at its core is a public process. And so if you don't do any sort of an estate plan, you may expose your assets to having to go through a court administration. That court administration is on public record. We have to file something called an inventory of the estate that itemizes the different assets that go through a probate proceeding. We can avoid having to do that by having a revocable trust in place. And a revocable trust really takes all the same steps that we go through in probate and moves them to a private administration where your trustee can make sure final affairs are settled, but without having to report all those assets to the general public. Of course, there's always different life events that might pop up that might trigger a time to update your estate plan. Those can be things like the birth of a new child, the death of a loved one, if somebody who's named in your estate plan is no longer willing or able to serve, that's a really good time to make sure you're dusting off the estate plan to make sure that it still fits your needs. As you can tell, a revocable trust is a really strong planning tool. It helps us do things like avoid probate. We're able to make sure that your assets aren't exposed to the public and can keep things a little bit more private. And you can continue to make changes to it just like you could a will during your lifetime. So if you're interested in figuring out if a trust is a good fit for you, we'd love to talk to you about it. So give NC Planning a call.